empower you, you will change the world.
You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast.
Do the damn thing.
Where we talk to visionary dreamers like you about living their best life.
Fulfill the highest, truest expression of yourself.
It's time to step into the past, present, and future with an open and healthy mind. Now let's talk.
Greetings, 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 my visionary dreamers. This is Adyonne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are tuned into Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know it's extraordinary folk over here doing the damn thing the best way we can. And I just want to welcome you guys. Welcome to another Sunday. I made it. Yay. And today, for you newcomers out there, my name is Adyonne. I am a life purpose coach. I'm an energy healer, a card reader, book author, and TV host. And this show is just a conversation. This is the best way I can say it. There's so many podcasts out here now. I've started this show 5 years ago and it's really saturated now. This is why I believe I chose to do it this way. I'm not coming at you on no crazy big words or from a corporate standpoint. I'm just coming to you just as a regular person. Think of me as your aunt, your big sister, your girlfriend, whatever, just talking to you, having a conversation with you about a topic that maybe you have not looked at in a certain way, and I'm giving you a different angle so that we can all better understand or overstand life. That's basically it. And that's why I come on here, because every now and then we need that conversation. We need to get our thoughts in alignment. And sometimes we can get stuck and don't know how. You know, regardless of how good you're doing, you're always going to have those thoughts, which leads me to the topic of today. So welcome, you newcomers. Welcome, my veterans. Just listen out and let's see what we can accomplish from this conversation today. So today's title is, what are your 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts doing for you? I believe that was the title. It might be different, but that's the title. I know y'all like, what are you talking about, Adyonne? Yes. So, I've been doing a lot of research just about our thoughts and about, the effects of how our reality, they say we create our own reality, which is very true, whether we want to believe that or not. And yes, bad things happen to good people, and all those things. But majority of the time we are creating our own reality due to the choices that we make from day to day. And those choices come from our thoughts. And so it is said that we individually have from 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts a day. A day, guys. Not a week, not a year. No, a day. Can you imagine? So knowing this information, I heard, one of my mentors, man, awesome, Joe Dispenza is the bomb, man. He's the bomb. But I learned a lot from him and from a few of my other mentors that I've learned so much from now. I might not be able to go into the whole brainwave stuff or whatever like that, but what I have comprehend, I'll say it that way, for us to put it on a plainer format for us to grasp it, let's say it that way, is that due to the fact that we have all of these thoughts a day, this is how we create our reality. So, your personality is actually created from your thoughts, So what you got going on as far as your emotions and things of that nature, whatever you feel, whatever you think, all of that is going to it's going to create your attitude. The things that we go through, those are thoughts that we store within the body. Now, this is why it's so important to let the past go. Let different things that happened to you that wasn't so great or didn't feel so good. It is good to just let that go. And I know, like I said, guys, I always tell y'all, this conversation is not just for y'all. It's for me too. So this is why I'm in search of listening to certain people and reading certain books so that I can get a better knowledge of why things go certain ways, rather it be my life or anybody else's life. We have to take in consideration when we wake up in the morning, soon as you wake up, if you think about this, let's think about this for 1 minute. Soon as you wake up in the morning, soon as you open up your eyes, what is going on with you? Your brain is racing. You have all of these thoughts in your head just flying. That's a part of that 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, right? So as they say, how you begin your day is how your day gonna go. So if you wake up and whatever it is that you want to sleep to the night before, whether you realize it or not, is going to determine how your day starts. And this is why I do not go to sleep to anything outside of affirmations or frequencies or things of that nature, or maybe some soft music, maybe some jazz or something like that. I don't go to sleep to the TV on news playing or things of that nature, because all of that stuff is recording within your subconscious. It's recording, is still, you may be asleep, but your brain waves are still working. As long as something is going within it through your ears, that is sound. So that sound is going to you through your subconscious, whether you realize that or not. So if you're falling asleep, and I talked about this before, but if you're falling asleep to the TV, and maybe you might have had on a good show, but now the next episode is some bang bang shoot 'em up type of movie, some type of gory things, a lot of violence and things like that, it's being recorded within your subconscious. You know what I mean? And then you wondering why, certain things might happen, and you might react certain ways to certain things, or you might have a sense of anger towards something. You just don't know. So when you have these thoughts, now that you know this, I just want everybody to have this assignment, and I'm gonna do this too. If you can keep up, because there's so many thoughts. But if you can just take, maybe, I'm going to say the number is 3. That's what came to my head. The number is 3. 3 days. Okay, we start a new week tomorrow. We start a new week tomorrow, Monday, right? So let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you can take like just a little, or if you can't get a little book, a tablet, or whatever to write anything down, if you could just pull out your cell phone and just go on to the, how you can record words or whatever like that, go into your notes and record. Every time, let's do it this way. Every time a bad thought comes to your mind, because we have so many thoughts, so it's going to be kind of impossible to record every thought. But if you record every time a bad thought comes to your mind, just speak it in there, right? Speak it in your phone, right? And then take and say, you just have a burst of laughter, or, something happens that makes you feel really, really, really good. And you record that. But what I'm saying is the things that really have an effect on your feelings. Don't worry about just everything. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I'm talking about something that really has an effect on you, where you could feel it in your body. So for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, so say you driving in traffic, and we all know this. Somebody cut you off, and you like, you cussing them out. that's a bad thought right there. That's bad thinking right there. Because now you then allow this person, you just on your road, you on the road, you listen to your song, you got your jam on, and then all of a sudden somebody cuts you. And now your thoughts, your focus just shifted. Just in that 1 second, it just shifted from you being happy singing your favorite song while you driving to your next destination to this MF, I'm going, this is how powerful it is as we go from day to day in our thoughts and how it affects us as individuals and how it affects our day as well, moving forward. So you was just in a good mood, and then all of a sudden that one person cut you off. And if you're not a person that has reached a level where you're like, okay, you know what, go ahead. And then you just change the thought to this. How about this? Instead of thinking that and taking it personal and letting that become a part of your thought pattern for that day, how about this? How about maybe, that person had an emergency at home. Maybe that person just got a call that made them have to rush and cut you off. You get what I'm saying? If we shift our mindset and not take certain things personal, then now your day is not going to be affected in a bad way. It's going to be affected in a way of you are like giving somebody a pass, and you're now, instead of cussing them out, you praying for them. You're like, you know what? Maybe they have an emergency. Oh God, just keep them safe on this road, and let them get to their destiny, because obviously they need to get there really fast. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably laughing, especially if you know me. But I'm telling y'all, these are the things that I am practicing. These are the things that I'm really working hard on getting better at, And I'm going to be honest, I can really pat myself on the back. I have changed a lot of my thoughts. Now, don't get me wrong. Look, I'm from North Philly. You know what I mean? So I'm a work in progress. This just as everybody is. But I'm just telling y'all just a few things that maybe y'all can take on board. And now the next time somebody cuts you off, because it's going to happen. I'm sorry. If you're driving, it's inevitable, but maybe we can change our thought patterns to focus on, no, I'm driving, and thank you, God, that today all the roads, it's just the traffic is flowing. Everybody allows me to get over. You can actually put those thoughts out there as well. Instead of focusing on what normally happens, like say you always driving in traffic, every day you're in traffic. Instead of already fixing your mindset, that's a part of your thought. Your thought pattern is a part of your subconscious now, because this is what you're used to. This is what you're used to experiencing as you're going to work or wherever you go. You're used to experiencing being caught in traffic. So therefore, that's a part of your thought pattern now. You get what I'm saying? Y'all see how easy it is to get caught up without even realizing we caught up. So now, because you just listened to me change the angle of how you can view that situation, now you have a couple different options. And again, I use examples to you newcomers. I work on using examples just whatever way spirit gives to me, so that we can all just relate to it in a simplified way. Let's say it that way. So now we have a few different options because you listen to what I'm saying. Guess what? That's now a part of your thoughts. I just put something in your subconscious. I just gave you an ultimatum, as into either when you get up and you go to work, you get on the road, you can say a little prayer and say, thank you, universe, thank you, God, with whoever you pray to. Thank you, Buddha, that you are giving me a pleasant ride to work today and every day. From this day forth, I always have a pleasant ride to my destinations, from destination to destination. People are always nice to me, and they let me get over when I need to get over to the next lane. Like literally, like talk that thing out. Change your subconscious, change what you're used to experiencing, and just try it. And when you do it, don't believe it. I mean, just believe it. I'm not saying don't believe it, but believe it. Believe it. And just say thank you. And so it's so. It's so. Thank you. And then go on with the experience, put on your little music, and just drive on. And you'll be surprised as into how it will work out. I've done this before, plenty of times when I would drive, and by me being in Georgia, we have a lot of, it's normally traffic going closer to Atlanta, but I always say, God, please clear the road for me. Clear the road for me, Clear the road for me. Sometimes it could be raining. I'll be like, clear the skies for me. Let me get home. And I'm telling y'all, guys, it works. It works. Because you know why? I put it in my subconscious so strong. Like I put it in my conscious so strong that I've done it so many times that it's there. It's in my thought pattern when I'm going, and I might be saying the word pattern wrong. I always have a problem with saying that word. Okay. So don't laugh at me, y'all. But I've put it in my thought, my thought bulk. Let's say that for so many years now that it really works for me because I believe it. Because you know why? I've experienced it before. I've experienced that. I've changed my thoughts to from oh God, this traffic, I don't want to get caught up in this traffic, to thank you, God, that you clearing the roads for me. Thank you. And I don't want y'all to think, oh, wow, she just talking about a car. No, I think that this is a way that we can all relate to what it is that I am working at getting across to you guys about how important it is to watch our thoughts from day to day, and how it is that our thoughts will create our reality, whether good or bad. I'm just using a simple example that a lot of us can relate to, majority of us can relate to, whether you a driver or whether you a rider. That was a little rhyme right there. But either way it go, I think that this is something that we can all relate to, So another thing is, so your thoughts, what I've learned is that you can bring, and I've talked about this before, you can bring your past into your present, unpleasant past into your present, because you choose to continue to think about those thoughts from the past that wasn't so great, And I always say, on a lighter note, on a brighter note, that yes, we can think about our past, but let's remember the thoughts and the memories that made us feel good, not the ones that make us feel bad. I really wanted to go in deep with this conversation, but I'm learning so much, and I don't want to trip y'all up because I'm learning so much myself. But it's just that I talked a little bit about last week. I think I talked on how your cells in your body can keep you youthful. I think I did. I think I talked about that, about meditation and things of that nature. And it's just the same as your thoughts from day to day. All of those 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts from day to day, if they are the same thoughts, it's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you stagnant. It's going to keep you in procrastination mode. It's going to keep you in those bad habits, because your thoughts is a part of you, which is controlling your body, your actions. Because if it's your thoughts and if it's in your subconscious, as I said before on one of my shows, that unless you decide that, people, I believe we all would like to have positive change in our life. Let's say it that way. Positive things happen in our life from day to day, right? Though, if you are a creature of habit and you choose not to do things differently, but you are expecting for your life to be different and for your life to level up or for just things to be different. Does that even make sense? Listen to what I just said. If you have thoughts, all of these thoughts per day, right? And you're on autopilot every day. You do the same thing every day. You see the same people every day. You know what I'm saying? You eat the same food every day. All of this stuff. Then how is it that you're going to receive different results? How is it that you're going to have different things, even presented to you? Because this is the thing. If your thoughts, if majority of your thoughts are going one way every day, then the universe has to continue to give you the same of that experience, the same type of experience. Let's say it that way. The universe has to give you the same type of experience from day to day if you choose to be on autopilot, if you choose to not charter on if you choose to stay in the known and not charter into the unknown. Let's say it that way. This is one of the things that my mentor was talking about. So it's like, when you want to change, this is what he said, when you really want change in your life, you have to walk into the unknown. You have to walk into the unknown. Now, that could be in many different factors, meaning like you have to, like, if you want change as far as if you want to grow and you want more money, or your job is just keeping you stagnant, then you need to go out there into the unknown and you need to apply for another type of job. If that particular career or job that you're working at is capped out on how much you can make, but you want to make more money, okay? You have to go and tap into that uncharted water and go put yourself out there and work at something different. Go just throw it out there and just see what comes back, and be willing, even if it comes back, somebody replies to your resume or whatever, and they say, you know what, we think you don't have all the experience that we're looking for, but we do like the experience that you have. So we would like to have an interview with you. Okay. And then they give you the job description. You looking at the job description, you're like, oh shoot, I don't know how to do that. Oh no, no, this ain't the job for me. But yet you said in your mind, I'm done with this job. I need some more money. I know they're not going to give me no more money because this is the most this position can make at this company. This is what you said to yourself. But now, on the other hand, you saying, oh, but I want more money. I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of doing the same damn thing every day, But now, here you had an opportunity presented to you. But what do? You revert back to those 60 to 70,000 thoughts in your head, in your comfort zone, and you say, well, I know how to do this because this is what I'm used to doing. But I don't know how to do that. You have the opportunity right then and there to change your thoughts about you, about your capabilities, about your skill set. You have that opportunity right there. But what are you going to do? Are you going to continue with the old thought pattern up for yourself? Like, this is what I know how to do. This is all I know how to do. Or are you going to dare to charter on that unknown path and say, you know what? They offered me this opportunity, so it don't hurt to give it a try. It don't hurt for me to see what comes out of this. Let me see if I can learn something new about myself, if I can reprogram my mind to have better thoughts about me. They believe in me. They see I don't have that experience, but yet they are willing to take a chance on me. Why is it that my thoughts are just so closed about me that I'm not willing to take a chance on myself? I'm not willing to go do something new. Why is that? Is it because you feel like you're going to be embarrassed? Do you feel like, think about this, guys. Think about this. Once you graduated from school, college, whatever, even while you was in school, I've been working since I was 12, so I don't know about you guys out there, but my first little job was my godfather's. He had a corner store doing the cashier when I was 12. My mom used to work in there. Then me and my cousin, Darlene, shout out, love you, boo. We used to go to work and do the whole cash register. Well, we didn't collect money, but we used to wait on people, bag up the stuff and all that. That was my first job, okay? But I've had so many jobs. If y'all been listening to this doggone podcast show, I done had over 30-something jobs, okay, throughout my life. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating by a long shot, okay? Because I've worked probably like 3 jobs at one time, on different occasions. And due to, and I tell y'all this a lot, I've moved about 50-something times, throughout my life, from me being a youth on up. And physical moves, physical. I'm not talking just, physical moves, furniture and everything. And, but through all of that, it forced me to go apply myself and to change my thoughts about me, about my capabilities, about my worth, my value. It made me charter on the unknown waters. It made me go there. I was put in positions that I felt at that time I had no choice but to change the course of the sail. You know what I'm saying? And I am so grateful for my journey. Y'all just don't know. Like when I was going through it, okay, that might have been one thing. I might not have been so grateful. But to the most, I enjoyed a lot of the different changes because of the fact that it allowed me to learn more about me. See, when we get so caught up in just staying with what we know, guys, and not changing the thoughts that we have about ourselves, about the world, about life, about family, friends, whatever. When we stay stuck in that is there's no growth. There's no growth. And I want to say something that I had learned today, but I want to get it right before I say it. Let me see if I could think real quick. Okay, he was saying something about how we think and how we feel creates the state of our being. Okay? This is what my mentor said today. How we think and how we feel creates the state of our being. Now, I know y'all get that. If y'all don't get that, okay. So again, how we think and how we feel creates the state of our being. Meaning, if you feel good about yourself, if you got happy thoughts running through your head throughout the day, you on cloud 9, everything's flowing right. Now, that created the state of your being, right? Now think about a person that can stay pretty much happy. I'm gonna say 80% of the time. That would be me. Yay! I work hard at that, but I would say 80% of the time because I'm one of those people that majority of the time I'll look at a situation, even if it's bad, and work hard at seeing what I can find in that situation that's good. that maybe I learned something about me, or I learned something from it that I can apply to my life or to my thoughts or to, to whatever, my feelings that may help me to grow, so that if I ever came across that situation, that type of person or whatever, again, I will know how to deal with them better. And I also will know how to maybe stay away and not allow a situation to happen that wasn't so great. Again, you get what I'm saying? But if your thoughts and what you think and what you feel creates your state of being, I'm sorry, y'all, then that also applies to if you're a person that's facing depression or sadness or worry or sickness or, all of these things that's not so great for you. That means that the thoughts that you're thinking, that 60 to 70 thousand thoughts for that day that you're thinking is majority geared towards darkness. I'm going to say it that way. Towards darkness. We all have light and dark within us. Now, it's up to you to balance it out. Where you want to be. Do you want to be on the dark side of thoughts? Do you want to be on the light side of thoughts? That's something that you only have control over from day to day. And this is what's going to control not only your day, but your health, your wealth, your youth, all of this stuff. A lot of people think I'm younger because I choose to walk on the light side of the thoughts daily. I work hard at that. Now, I ain't going to say I work hard at that. It's kind of effortless for me now because I have done a lot of work within myself. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, I love you too, Jody. Y'all can chat too. Y'all got to download the app so that y'all can chat on there. I read y'all chats and shout y'all out. I thank you so much for tuning in, Jody. Thank you. But you have the choice. We want to go around and we want to point the finger. I get on y'all a lot. I get on myself a lot. We don't need to point the finger at nobody because at the end of the day, your thoughts are your own. Nobody else is in your thoughts but you. So you the one that got control over your thoughts. Nobody can make you think a certain way. You're the only one that has control over how you think because nobody else is in your head but you. That's deep, right? It's really simple, but it's really deep at the same time because now you really don't have nobody else to blame about the stuff that you're thinking because at the end of the day, nobody's in your brain but you. You the only one that's thinking them 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. It's just that you make the decision to allow somebody to get in those thoughts. Let's say that. You make the decision to allow a situation to get in those thoughts. And then from there, it's going to determine your state of being at that time. Now, if you're a person that came down with some type of illness, every illness, I tell y'all on these shows, is connected to an emotion. It's connected to your chakras. And I don't want to get too off about the chakras. But every illness is connected to an emotion. And that's crazy. So what is an emotion? How do you get the emotion? Where does the emotion come from? Where does the feeling come from? It comes from a thought. It comes from the thought, those 60 to 70,000 thoughts. So if you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to be healed, just like the thoughts and the stress can break your body down, can break your immune system down. The unforgiveness can cause cancer. The anger can cause diabetes. A lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people don't realize it. And people say, oh, I forgave that person. Oh, I don't have, Well, the results of what's going on with you is not reflecting that. There's something going on within your thought pattern from day to day that 60 to 70,000 of your thoughts, majority of them are not going the right way. That's the bottom line. Majority of your thoughts within a day, within a week, is geared more towards darkness, more towards you not feeling good about you, more towards you still stuck in what they did to you, or what happened to you, or what didn't happen for you, or all of these things that will cause you to feel bad about you. Sometimes people ain't even got to do it to us. We do it to ourselves. And I'm just saying, as a collective, a lot of times no one has to do anything. Sometimes we can get so caught up and we'll beat up on ourselves before anybody else, just because maybe as an entrepreneur, I'm speaking to my entrepreneurs out there, being an entrepreneur is a challenge. It's a commitment. You really got to take the bad with the good. And sometimes you can be on a high and you can be getting the bag. And then all of a sudden, stuff just slow down out of nowhere. So now you have the choice. What are you going to do with those 60 to 70 thoughts, 1,000 thoughts? What you going to do? Because you had a bad day, maybe a bad week. Shit, you might have had a bad month. So where are your thoughts going? Because wherever your thoughts go, that's where your reality goes. You know what I mean? Your personality creates your reality. That's what mental was talking about. Your personality. Think about that. Every word is a breakdown word, basically. Your personality creates your personal reality. Ain't that deep? Your personality creates your personal reality. See how they put that together as one word? So if you a person with a thought, with your thoughts is negative, right? So now you got a negative personality. But now you always talking about shit ain't going right for you. That's creating your reality. But you got a bubbly now. You got a bubbly personality. You got a positive personality. You look at life like, oh gosh, it's abundant. Everything is beautiful. Like, I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful, God. Thank you so much for waking me up this morning. Thank you so much that I'm still, walking, talking. Thank you so much. I got a brand new day. It's a brand new life. It's a new start. I can start again this day because yesterday is gone. I can't change nothing about yesterday. But today, what? I'm about to get it. And even if, God, things don't go exactly as I planned, the bottom line is this. My thoughts, that's the direction that it's going. That everything is going to work out for me beautifully. Everything is working out for me beautifully. Everything is working out for me beautifully. If you go and you wake up and that's what you project in your thoughts, guess what? I guarantee you that if not your whole day, majority of your day is going to be great. And now say as an entrepreneur, you see that, okay, today I didn't get nothing. I didn't make no money. Matter of fact, this week was whack. But now you go back and you say, hold up, but I did meet that young lady or that young man that introduced me to this wholesaler that I can get some new product from for a better price. Oh yeah, so now I'm gonna go. How about you don't know if the universe allowed your week to go that way so that you can meet that certain person that maybe introduce you to a better wholesaler that you've been using, and now all of a sudden you saving more money, which means you're making more money. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta start deciding that no matter how our day goes, no matter how our week goes, we're going to be grateful. We're going to be grateful that every day, and we're going to have our thoughts align with the reality that we want, with the state of being that we want to experience. Let's say it that way. We have the power over our thoughts. No one else. We're the only ones in our head. Us. So no matter who you say did this, that, and the other to you, it doesn't matter. What matters is, how are you going to project that on your life? How are you going to do you choose to give that person control over your life for the rest of your life? Do you choose to die, go to the grave with, oh, they did this to me. Come on now, that's corny, Yes, sometimes situations can happen to you that touch you in a certain way. But the bottom line is this: you have the authority over your thoughts. You have the authority over your energy, over your attitude, over your state of being. So what is it going to be from this day forward? What are you going to do with those 60 to 70,000 thoughts? Are you going to choose to utilize that and try to challenge yourself and say, dang, if I got that many thoughts a day, let me see how many I can make positive? Because I guarantee you, majority of them are not positive. I mean, come on, we're facing, a lot of us are facing different people, different, you know what I'm saying? But now you have this information. So as they say, once you get the information, it is your responsibility to utilize it to make your life better. Last week I was talking about a particular, person that I was being kind to, and I was doing, using my gifts for whatever like that. And then they turned around and was on some whole other stuff, lies. And it was just a mess. And I was disappointed. And I realized at that time that Spirit was like, no, you kind of got ahead of yourself with your gifts, and you felt like, okay, you can heal everybody. But no, you have to learn that everybody doesn't want to be healed. Everybody can act like they do. This particular person did act like they did, but everybody's not ready for the healing. Why? Because then that means I got it now. Last week I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But Spirit was like, that means that person has to be responsible now. Once they acknowledge that the healing is there and that they received it, that means that they have to walk in that healing, and they can no longer be a victim. They can no longer claim that this is wrong and that's wrong, because if they admit to the healing, you know what I'm saying? Now, as an individual, you have to walk in that. And so it's the same thing with our thoughts. Now that you have this information, that this is how many thoughts we think a day, and you are the only one that has the power over your thoughts, and your thoughts and how you feel and what you think creates your state of being. Do you want to create youthfulness, happiness, joy, wealth, riches? Or do you want to create sadness, depression, sickness, disease in your body, dis-ease in your body, which is a disease in your body? What do you want to do? And so I'm going to leave y'all with that food for thought. And guys, let's take these 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day and create a life, a reality, a new personality that will create our reality to something great, to something just abundant, this is the mission I'm on. And I'm rolling with whoever on this mission with me. That's where I'm at in life now. Like I realize that I've always been a person that sometimes can want happiness for a person more than they want for themselves. Sometimes can want good change for someone more than they want for themselves. Sometimes, I'm just excited about the things that I learn and the things that the Most High has blessed me to be able to do. So I get caught up sometimes with wanting everybody else to feel the same way. I get caught up in that, you know? So, and then it creates like a unbalanced relationship, friendship, whatever. It creates that. But whose fault is that? That's mine. I can't blame nobody else but me. Even though it's coming from good thoughts, I'm using my 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day to work at creating good thoughts and projecting those good thoughts to someone else. You can't force people to want to feel good. You can't force people to want to level up. You can't force people to see what you see for them when you're on the outside looking in. A lot of times we do that. We could be on the outside looking in and we're like, oh, wow, you're talented. Wow, you could do this. Wow. And that person, not that they don't want to receive it. Sometimes they just not ready for it. You get what I'm saying? And as a person, you can't get mad. Let's say it that way. You can't get mad. Because everybody has their own individual journey. Everybody's either going to level up or just going to just stay where they at. That's just the bottom line. But we all have our choice on how we want our reality to play out throughout this time, space, and reality. So it's up to us. So I'm going to leave y'all with, make sure that y'all forgive people. Make sure that you forgive yourself. I had this conversation with one of my clients just not too long ago, and we literally was just talking about this, that forgiveness, people think that forgiveness is for the other person. No, it's for you. It's for you. Okay. And I have people, some of my clients say, but I can't do it because they did this and they did that. Okay, but that person is just living their life. They doing what they want to do. But you sitting here all stuck up in the whole what happened to you 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. I've had people 50 years ago. Okay? You literally you congesting your thoughts, those 60 to 70,000 thoughts in your head, with something that's bad that happened 50 years ago. Come on. And the person long gone, or the situation is long gone, or whatever, the job, the boss, whatever it was, whatever, if somebody did something bad to you, it's over. It's over. So you got to decide, do you want to be, as my boy Joe Osteen says all the time, do you want to be a victor or a victim? Or do you want to continue to be the victim, or do you want to be a victor? Whichever way you got to say it back and forth, you got to decide what you want your life to be. You want to live in victory or not? So I'm going to leave y'all guys with that. Think about them 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day. And I challenge y'all, 3 days, just 3 days. If you can remember, whenever you're feeling really good, record it in your phone. I feel real good because blah, 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 blah. And then if somebody makes you upset or you get upset or whatever like that, just stop yourself right there and just record it. I mean, if you're driving out, I get it. You could pull over, whatever. But I think that this is a healthy challenge, just so we can see how many positive thoughts we have in a day, how many negative thoughts we have in a day. And I think that can help us with our journey on how we can change our reality, how we could change our personality so that we can change our reality, how we can move forward and stop being stagnant and stop being stuck or blocking ourselves from greatness and from greater experiences, because we want to stay in the known and not go into the unknown. So let's challenge ourselves, guys. The new year is about to be here. Period. 2023 is here. Let's start it. Let's get a head start on how we want our lives and our reality to change for the new year coming. Don't wait until the new year. Let's start now. Okay. Now we had this information. Let's start now. So I'm gonna leave you guys there. I know I said that about 5 times, but I really am going to leave y'all with that. So thank you guys for all of your support, for tuning in. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for the emails. I love the emails. Thank you for any donations, anything, buying the books, supporting. Sharing is caring. So tell folk about this podcast show. You never know who need it. And also, guys, go listen to the other podcast show. This is episode 226. I'm so proud of me. 226. If I can do it, y'all can do it. Whatever y'all want is y'all's. Change your thoughts, you'll change your life. Okay? This is Adyonne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, the world, some real bullshit, almost forgot. And you are tuned in to Chronicles of Livin podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, it's extraordinary folk out here doing the damn thing the best way we can. I love you guys, you visionary dreamers. Go out there, get them. Peace.
Is when you decide to live.
Something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it.
Stay updated with Adyonne by visiting chroniclesoflivin.com or stay connected through social media by following @chroniclesoflivin. Until next time, your dream pusher, Adyonne.